In this section we're going to look at how the actual networks can be set out, so the layout of the networks known as network topologies. So the network topologies are essentially the layout of the network. It's how the network is set up. Network can be arranged in all sorts of different ways, but the ones that you need to know for the exam are star, bus, ring and mesh. Start by looking at a star topology. This is where all devices are connected to a central switch or to a server. So for example, 30 computers in a classroom connected to a switch, which then goes to a server, or all the devices just directly connected to the server. The central switch allows many devices to access the server at the same time. Star networks can be wired or wireless. Let's take a look at the advantages and disadvantages of using a star network topology. So advantages are, if one device fails or a cable is disconnected, the rest of the network is completely unaffected. It's very easy to add more devices to the network in this setup. You get much better performance in the sense that the data goes straight to the central device so that all the devices can send data at the same time. And also there's less chance of any data collisions due to the way that the network is set up. Disadvantages are, it can be very, very expensive in the sense that in a wired network, every device needs a separate cable to connect to the central switch. If there is a problem with the switch or the server in this setup, then every computer is affected. Good, take a look at some of the older topologies for networks, starting with the bus topology. Now this is where all the devices are arranged in a straight line. They're all connected to a single backbone cable which joins all the devices together. The devices send data in both directions. The problem with this is that the data can collide with each other, causing data collisions, and packets can be lost. So a way around the data collisions is to use a ring topology. This is where the data moves in one direction around the ring. This prevents any collisions. However, only one device can send data at a time, which means it's going to be a lot slower. Data has to go through many different devices before arriving at its intended destination. So the most modern, relatively new network layout is a mesh topology. This is decentralized, meaning that all devices are either directly or indirectly connected to each other. Kind of forms a little bit of a web layout, so that if one particular device fails on the network, it can go down a different route. So the advantages is that it's really, really good for wireless networks. There's no need for one central switch or server, so we don't have to have a server in this topology. We can send data along the fastest route from one device to another. If any of those devices fail, then it can take a different route. The disadvantage is it's very expensive to set up, with a lot of wires needed for a wired network. There are two different types of mesh network, a partial mesh and a full mesh. A partial mesh is where not all the devices are fully connected, and a full mesh is where all devices are fully connected. These have slightly different diagrams as shown below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you found it helpful. Please press like and subscribe. Thank you.